Good morning, students. Today we are going to start your chapter 8. What's worse, giving up or losing? Chapter 7 of your textbook will be your activity. Now we are going to start your chapter 8. Reading and explanation of this chapter. Take out your books and let's continue with the chapter. I don't think I'll ever be a great dancer. Everyone laughs at me when I dance. They make fun of me, Sammy. Mike, you cannot give up just because others laugh at you. Tell me, Mike, do you like to dance? Mike is saying, yes, I do. Now Sammy answers, in that case, their opinions shouldn't matter. Mike, but again, Sammy says, let me tell you a story, Mike. Maybe you will understand. Now, what's the story about? Story is about Ria, Nicole and the basketball. Jeffrey is a coach, double dribbling. Ria, that's a foul. Go take a seat. Nicole, come here and take Ria's seat. Ria's place. Coach Jeffrey said. Nicole walked towards the court enthusiastically, ignoring the cold look that Ria shot her. Coach Jeffrey is training them for the basketball. Nicole and Ria, both are the players. When Ria has double dribble, then Coach Jeffrey asked Nicole to take her place. Remember, you have to stay outside the 3-point line and assist Jennifer. Coach instructed. Now, Nicole was at the ground. He blew the whistle and the game started. Coach blew the whistle and game started. Although Nicole was not tall by the usual basketball standard, she loved playing basketball. But she loved playing basketball and wanted to become a professional player. Nicole, concentrate on your dribbling. You are still struggling to rebound. Coach Jeffrey called out, don't give up, be quick. Coach Jeffrey was encouraging Nicole for not giving up and be quick, be fast for the round. Nicole was struggling, but coach continued to motivate her, shouting encouragement from the side. She did manage to assist Jennifer, but their team lost. It was a practice match. They were preparing for a big tournament. Coach had yet to select the players for the team. Now, coach had to select some players for the big tournament, so it was a practice match. Look at her. She thinks she can play with us. She can't even reach as high as my shoulder. Jennifer made the snide remark within earshot of Nicole as the players walked off the court. Jennifer was trying to please the coach that Nicole was not a good player. But coach was not in the favor of his words. Nicole could not feel her cheeks burn as everyone laughed. This wasn't the time Nicole had heard remarks like this. Her fellow players often laughed at her, sometimes making disparaging remarks intentionally. More often than not, however, they simply ignored her presence in order to make her feel that she was not required. Often, Nicole was insulted like this. Whenever she played, her fellow players often laughed at her. Some of them did that intentionally. How can you let them treat you like this? Said a voice from behind. Nicole turned around and saw the janitor, Mark. Mark asked Nicole that why are you doing like this to you? Why you don't say anything to the people around you? How can I stop them? Nicole asked. Nicole was eager to know how she could stop them from laughing at her. They have a point, I'm sure, she added, smilingly, ruefully. And that was a kind of regression in her face, that she was short, that not that much of tall, uh, the length that is needed for the basketball player, that was not with Nicole. She was a short heighted girl. Then why don't you give up basketball? Mark asked. Mark also asked that why don't you give up basketball? You should leave basketball and go from here. You should not practice for the big tournament if you are not that capable. Nicole looked appalled. She was completely horrified. I can't give up basketball, she said, horrified. I love playing basketball. I want to become a professional player. She shrugged her shoulders defensively. She don't want to leave this profession, and she wanted to be a professional player and earn something for her future. Oh, do you? Said Mark. Then you must first learn to fight for yourself. You must learn to value yourself as a player. I do. It's just that I feel it would have been better if I were a little taller, she replied. She said if she was a little taller, then it will not happen. Mark put up his mop in the bucket, but you are not, and you can't change that. He said in the matter of fact voice. What you can change is your game. Mark picked up the basketball and passed it to Nicole. Mark wanted Nicole to be a good player, so he picked up the basketball and asked her to change her game. If she cannot change her height and bodily appearance, then she can change the procedure of game, how she played. Nicole started dribbling and talking. I work so hard. I am giving it everything. 100%, she said. She said she is giving her 100% effort for the basketball. But all her efforts goes to vain. Look, Nicole, if it is not perfect, then it is not 100%. Mark said that Nicole, if you are not playing good, if you are not perfect, then it's not 100%. You will have to make another more effort. There is something missing and you need to figure out what. Mark asked Nicole that you are missing something. You should find out that what is missing. Height, Nicole repeated, weaving past Marks as the dribbled the ball. And instantly, Nicole asked Mark that height is the missing thing. Nicole, if that's your attitude, you will never be a good at this time. Any other game or in fact anything at all. Mark said that Nicole, it's if your attitude will not change for your height, then you will never be a good player. If you will change your attitude towards your height, then you can achieve anything, whatever you want. But if you are having the same attitude that your height is the main missing thing, wherever you go, wherever you play, then you will never be a good player, a good human being at any place. With a quick flick on his hand, he disposed Nicole, lobbed the ball into the net. It seems you have accepted defeat even before trying. He's trying to motivate her. Did you know that point guard Montito was initially described as underdog? That's to his 5'7" frame. But when he finally got his chance to play, he more than proved his worth. He signed up to the North Carolina State Wolfpack team, and the head coach Norm Sloan had deep misgivings. He thought Toe would be an eaten alive, but Toe was indispensable on the court. In 1974, he helped lead the team of a national championship win. Fellow player David Thompson and that Toe brought that attitude, that fight never say die attitude to the team. He spent past the competition as though they were standing still. Despite his height disadvantage, he was extremely confident. Now, Mac is trying to console Nicole. He is telling her about the toe. He's a football player, guard Monty Toe. He was a football player who has won national championship and never trusted by his fellow members. Due to his short height, he was unable to cope up with the situation earlier, but his confidence and motivation acted like a magic for him. He brought many uh, prizes for the country. His situation was like never say die attitude. That means he did not want to lose any goal. Nicole stared at him. How do you know so much about basketball? She asked. I too wanted to be a professional player, but could not because of knee injury. I believe I could have played more if I had not given up so easily. Now, when I see you sitting here alone, accepting that you are not good because of your height, I see myself in you. It seems that you have already found an excuse for not getting selected for the team. Mark said in a serious voice. Now, Mark told Nicole that he also wanted to be a professional player, but due to his knee injury, he could not do that. And actually, he find himself in Nicole's character. He also wanted to play, but due to his injury, he could not. But this time, Nicole was also the main character who wanted to play, but due to her height, she was not able to cope up with the situation. But Mark did not wanted to repeat the same thing with a Nicole. I can't imagine what it must be like not to be able to play because of an injury. Nicole said, That's really sad, Mark. She picked up the basketball. Can you help me practice? She asked. We can play together. You need to work on your skill. I once heard Coach Jeffrey talking to one of the teachers. He said that while it's true that being tall is an advantage, it's not the only thing. Mark asked Nicole that I will help you in your practice. And Nicole also agreed that he will practice with Nicole. Now Mark is addressing Nicole that he has once heard Coach Jeffrey talking to another teacher that height is an advantage for the football match, but it's not like everything. Skill is more important. One should be skilled enough to play the football. That's what you need to concentrate on. You have to work on your skills, Mark suggested. Now, another important thing to play a football match is skill. And this is the main thing you wanted to concentrate on. They started to play. The next few hours passed in a blur. You are short and fast. Make it your strength. You can rebound the ball. Now be quick. Dribble and shoot. Focus, dribble and shoot. Focus, dribble and shoot. This was the three words quick dribble shoot and focus dribble shoot. These were the words repeated by Mark for the encouragement of Nicole. After hours of practice, Nicole finally sat on the bench, panting. Remember, Nicole, said Marks, you have to play inside and keep struggling for rebound. They might be big, but you have a skill and you are faster than them. Nicole was encouraged by Mark that she is short but faster than all of them. Nicole smiled and left for home. It was the first time that she was confident about herself and her height. She was smiling as she walked in the door after arriving home. Now, this was the first time she was more confident to play football, and this was actually appearing from her face also. She was very happy to hear. She was smiling enough when she entered the house. Dad, I have just had the best training session of my life, she said to her father that evening during dinner. She also informed her dad about the training session that was a great experience for her life. What has happened, Nicole? Her father asked, said after she told him about Mark. And not once have you spoken about how your height is disadvantage for you as a basketball player. That basketball is not just about height. It's more about skill, and I have the skill. I will keep practicing and improve. Nicole replied. Getting up from the dining table, her reply brought a smile to her dad's face. Now, her dad was also convinced that she is a determined player. She will have to. She will get the goal, whatever she has fixed for herself. That night, as she lay in bed, she replayed everything that had happened on the basketball court that afternoon. It was as if she had finally found an answer. She knew that what she had to do next day. During those long practice sessions, sitting on the bench, waiting for her chance to play, Nicole has observed everyone's game. She knew each player's weakness and strength. She prepared a map in her mind and fell asleep planning her game. The next day, Nicole woke up feeling like an entirely new person. She looked confident. She went to the court early to do some more practice. More than anything, she loved being on the court, shooting the ball into the basket. Now, next morning, Nicole was a brand new person who had learned each and everything during one night. And this was the main skill of Nicole. She understood each and every fellow being's weaknesses as well as strengths. Now she was a skilled person. She had made a map in her mind. At last, the other players arrived as usual ignored Nicole. Other players arrived at the ground and ignored Nicole. The time Nicole was unaffected by their indifference. Her mind was focused on playing well. That was all she could think about. She continued practicing shots. Everyone else stood in a corner waiting for the coach. A short while later, Coach Jeffrey arrived. Now, Coach Jeffrey arrived to train all the kids and wanted them to play a football match for the practice as a big tournament was going to start. Remember, girls, he said, this is the final session match. You have to be at your best. Nicole, sit on the bench. I will call you in between the matches. The match started while Nicole sat on the bench, waiting for the coach to call her name. She observed everyone's game. She had been waiting for ages, and there came a moment when she thought that she might not even get a chance to know her skill at all. Then, at last, the coach Jeffrey called her name. She ran enthusiastically towards the court. Now, last was the movement, and this was the selection match for the tournament. And match started. Everyone was playing well, and Nicole was sitting on the bench and watching everybody's game, and she was waiting for her chance to come. When Coach Jeffrey called her name, she ran enthusiastically towards the court. At first, she has to struggle to get possession. However, once she shot the ball, Mark's words came back to her. She started dribbling. She played inside. She was like a spark plug who came off the bench and got everyone involved. Even the tallest player struggled to get possession. She wanted to drive to the basket to take a shot, but then she remembered what Coach Jeffrey had asked to her. She had to pass the ball to Jennifer. She knew she must follow the game plan to help her team win. Jennifer was calling for the ball. Nicole passed to Jennifer, who scored a basket. Now, this was the time she had started planning each and everything. Now she had got a possession and she ran towards the Jennifer because Coach Zaffrey has asked her to do the same thing. Pass the ball to the Jennifer. Jennifer came running to the Nicole and hugged her. Teamwork had brought them together. Once the game was over, Coach Jeffrey announced the names of the players selected for the team. Nicole's name was among those called out. Means Coach Jeffrey announced Nicole's name for the big tournament. Nicole is selected not just because she is good at the game, but also because she valued teamwork. Coach Jeffrey said she could have taken the shot herself, but she followed the game plan. That is the quality of a team player. Everybody applauded enthusiastically. All the team members were happy with the Nicole's effort, and whatever Nicole was doing was a thrilling experience for Mark, Nicole, and all the team members. Even she wanted to thank Mark. He had given her the strength to fight back when she had almost given up. She went to find Mark but stopped as she saw him talking to Coach Jeffrey. She watched as they shook hands and exchanged smiles. Then the coach left. Nicole walked up to Mark. I don't know that you and Coach Jeffrey were friends, she said. What were you talking about? Mark smiled. Nothing, he said, just teamwork. That means this chapter is about the teamwork, and everybody should never lose their hope, never give up on your own. At least try and give some efforts to your work, and you will always win. Thank you, class.